Hey guys, it's Nikki and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching today's review all about the specialty fireworks cruise in Walt Disney World. I recently was able to experience this for the first time a couple weeks ago now, and I'm really excited to chat with you guys all about it because we didn't know what to expect, and so now you won't have to worry about that at all, and you'll be able to book it during your next Walt Disney World vacation. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I share tons of magical content in the theme parks and at home here, so I'd love for you to be a part of my community. Give this video a big thumbs up and let's get started. Sure, some of you are wondering, what is a specialty fireworks cruise? So the specialty fireworks cruise is a private boat ride around Seven Seas Lagoon. So you have two options for your fireworks cruise. You can either see Happily Ever After, which is the fireworks show in Magic Kingdom, which that is the one we did, and honestly the one I would suggest going to see. Or you can head over to Epcot and see Epcot Forever. So you do have those two options. But the biggest thing is that it is a private cruise, aka you're on a pontoon boat with your party. You could have up to 10 guests, and that is really hard and stop. Could not have more than 10 guests. That includes children. So if you do have a bigger party, then you might want to look into what the other option is, and I'll get to that in a moment for you. But overall, it is a private boat on the Seven Seas Lagoon, and you will go from the Grand Floridian, that is where they pick you up, and then you just go all around Seven Seas Lagoon, and then you go over by Fort Wilderness and on the other side of the Contemporary, and you'll be able to see the Contemporary with the sunrise, and it is just absolutely beautiful. And then they also take you to go see the electrical water pageant. And if you don't know, the electrical water pageant is like a parade on the Seven Seas Lagoon in front of the Polynesian and the Grand Floridian. It is super cute. We didn't stay for that whole thing because we wanted a prime spot for Happily Ever After, which we got. Shout out to our captain. She was amazing. I'll leave her name in the description down below, so if you do book a fireworks cruise, definitely ask for her because she was awesome. So much fun hanging out with her throughout. It was probably about 2 hours. So I'm sure now you're asking yourself, well, Nikki, how much does something like this at Walt Disney World cost? And it is $400. However, we were with a group of 9, and when you split it by per person, it's not that expensive when you really think about your whole experience that you're getting. So the other option that they have is the dessert fireworks cruise. And so this is a little different because this is going to be on a larger boat, and they're going to be with tons of other people, and that is $100 per person, which when you think about it, if you have more than 4 people, I would definitely look into the individual, like the specialty fireworks cruise, because you're just gonna get more bang for your buck. Book the fireworks cruise, you do have to give Walt Disney World a call. So you're going to want to call at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time 60 days before you want to go on your cruise. And this was one thing that was really tough when we booked. I called and it was a Sunday, and they were like, you know what? I don't see any availability, so it's probably not going to release until Monday. I was like, all right, no worries. So then I called back on Monday and they still didn't have any availability. Here's the real kicker. My friend, who was the bride during this trip, she called and they had availability. So we three-wayed in because I wanted to be able to book so I could use my Disney Vacation Club discount, which does apply to your fireworks cruise, which is awesome. But it was just really strange. So just make sure you call back. Make sure you're asking very detailed of exactly what you want. After the fact, I'm thinking that they might have thought I was talking about the dessert cruise and not the specialty fireworks cruise. So when you call those cast members, just make sure you're being very detailed on exactly what you want. So once you're booked on your cruise, now what is your next step? So honestly, you just have to wait until you your day comes. It's that simple. They will call you, I believe, a day or so before just to confirm that you are coming. You do have a 2-day cancellation window, so if you do need to cancel 2 days before, you do get your full refund. If it's going to rain, they will still cruise unless the fireworks are canceled. If the fireworks are canceled, you will get your refund, no worries, and you hopefully will be able to rebook during your stay. If not, then you'll just have to do it at a different time. But it was supposed to rain during our day. Thankfully, we had the most perfect weather for it. But I did ask, if the fireworks are canceled, will we get a full refund? And yes, you do. So even though it's past that 2-day cancellation, you still will get your full refund if Disney cancels the fireworks. But just know that if it's raining and they're still playing the fireworks, they're still gonna make you go on your cruise. So make sure if it is supposed to rain, you have the proper rain gear to still allow you and your party to have a good experience. Really unique, and what sets the Specialty Fireworks Cruise apart is that you can bring your own alcoholic beverages onto the boat, onto your pontoon boat. They just asked not to bring any glassware. They had champagne floats for us, so when we bought a bottle of champagne on, and then we just had cans, so it honestly worked great. It is, again, a great option for a large party. You're not paying that $100 per person. Everybody's just splitting that $400. We did end up tipping our, I was gonna call her a cruise director. She's not a cruise director, our captain. And so just know that that is recommended as well if they do give you a great experience, and our gal totally did. So again, you can bring your own alcoholic beverages onto the Fireworks Cruise, but just try and eliminate any glass items. They also will provide you any soft drinks, waters, and then tons of like pre-packaged snacks. So we had chips and pretzels, and then we had Mickey Rice Krispie treats, all different types of pre-packaged Disney items. So it was perfect. Really nice just to have like a quick little snack during your cruise, and it was really nice that they supply those as well. It's the day of your cruise, and now what are you supposed to do? So once you book your cruise, you are going to be told where you need to be picked up at, and our pickup location was the Grand Floridian. So we had to arrive an hour and 15 minutes before the fireworks shows were going to start. And so I believe that was 7:45, 7:30. I can't remember exactly, but they'll let you know exactly what time the fireworks are. And during that phone call that they have a couple of days, they'll let you know exactly what time you need to arrive. It just all depends on what time the fireworks are that night. So once we arrived at the Grand Floridian, we walked over to the dock where they had all of the boats out. And it was so fun seeing them all out there with the different signs and balloons. That's another thing they will do if you're celebrating something, or if it's somebody's birthday. They're going to go ahead and set up your boat for you to have fun little balloons and a nice banner. It is such a cute, just a little extra Disney magic that they do for you during your cruise. Once we arrived to the Grand Floridian, we just hung out on the dock until our boat arrived. There were a couple of other parties and their boats were already there. I guess ours was coming from Epcot, so we probably had to wait about 10 minutes, and they reminded you to like make sure you use the restroom before we get on, because we're not going to come back until after the fireworks. So pro tip, make sure you have your beverages ready to go and that you use the restroom. And even if you're with little kids, like just tell them, okay, Mickey says we have to go potty before we go on his boat. Speaking of children, so if you do have any kids 12 and under, I believe they do have to wear a life jacket. We were all adults, so none of us had to wear life jackets, but they did show us where all of the safety items were on the boat, so it was very safe. I did not feel like we were in danger at any time, and even throughout the cruise. So when we were going on Seven Seas Lagoon, it was really fun because our captain pointed out certain things just about the islands that was there. She showed us this tree that when they leave Disney, and they were a part of like the captains of any of the boats. They go and they throw their shoes on this tree. It was super cute. So just getting those like fun little extra facts was really nice. I love like extra just fun facts about Disney that are really unique and not a lot of people know, and so we definitely were able to experience that. And I mean, the contemporary with the sunset, it was beautiful. I will also recommend to bring bug spray. I think I got a couple of bug bites there, or it could have been at the Poly the night before. So just make sure that you do have bug spray, because you're in the middle of a lake and there is forestry all around you, so there are definitely going to be bugs, so just make sure you are prepared for that as well. Experience, we absolutely loved it, and immediately I knew I needed to do it again. So like I said a couple times now, you cruise in the Seven Seas Lagoon, and once we made our way back and after the electrical water pageant, that is when we went to get our spot in front of Main Street, in front of Cinderella's castle, and it was such an incredible experience. The best part is that they do bring in the music to the boat, so we were able to hear the entire Happily Ever After soundtrack, and it was so magical just sitting there. Nobody else is around you. You're not like crammed in between people on Main Street, which again, that is a fun time, but it was such a unique experience. I've always wanted to do it. I'm really happy that I'm finally able to say that I was on a fireworks cruise, but just overall, it was an incredible experience. Again, our captain made sure we got the perfect spot. You do move around, and she lets you know this too. We moved around because like we're not anchored, and so she would have to like move the boat around a couple of times during the fireworks shows just so we can like keep our spot. And oh my gosh, it was just absolutely beautiful seeing how Happily Ever After for the first time since I came back. I couldn't have asked for a better experience. So overall, 10 out of 10, highly recommend the specialty fireworks cruise. It's worth every single penny, and again, when you have those larger parties and you really break it down by per person, it's really not that much. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video, all about the fireworks cruise at Walt Disney World. So for a quick recap, this is the specialty fireworks cruise. You can have up to 10 guests on your boat, and it is $3.99 because Disney hates to round up, and that is before any Disney Vacation Club discounts. I believe you get 10 or 15% off, don't quote me on that, but overall it was an amazing experience. We cannot wait to do it again. Make sure you leave your questions down below in the comment section so I can help answer any of those for you. So when you and your family want to visit Walt Disney World, I would be happy to help you answer your questions so you can have this wonderful experience. And also, we saw the Magic Kingdom fireworks, but you can go over in Epcot and see Epcot Forever. I almost want to just try that out, since now I've seen Happily Ever After. It would be really cool to be able to experience that in Epcot and just see what the difference are. What's the different experience? Is the money so worth it for Epcot like it is Magic Kingdom? If you guys are subscribed to the channel, I have lots of magical content coming your way. I am headed to Disney Cruise Line very, very soon. Lots of Walt Disney World trips planned for the rest of the year. I cannot wait to take you guys along. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you have a magical rest of your day, and I will see you real soon. Bye.